Hey, what's up, everybody? Gonna go ahead and do this weekly review. I know we haven't done one in a little while with the holidays and everything going on, so it's already Tuesday, so kind of a good time right in the middle of the week so we can kind of see what's going on. As always, regular disclaimer, Forex involves risk, so don't trade anything you're not willing to lose. We're here for educational purposes only. So first one is ACAT. We can see you're kind of getting near our little buy zone, so we could get a little touchdown there possibly, and then work its way back up towards 200. ASHEF, it's already kind of tested off the 50 nicely as well, so probably look for some more movement up towards the 800, retest it, and maybe break on down after that. AJ, it's kind of hovering right under the 50, so they could be doing that to entice people to sell, so we may get kind of a little spike down towards here and then break on back up. Once we can break above the 200, then look for some nice retesting of it and work its way up towards the 800. Australia, New Zealand pushing down towards the 50 nicely, so look, see if that holds. If not, then maybe it'll retest the 200 and then just kind of stay range bound for the most part anyways for Australia, New Zealand. Australia dollar, same thing, it's already under the 200 and all that, so we may get a quick move down to our take profit 1 area before coming back up. Canada chef, already looking like we may be getting some railroad tracks right here. Probably at least test the 800. If we could break above it, then possibly work its way up a little bit more. If not, if we can't break that, then look for it to just continue working its way down, and most likely we'll get a retest of the 50 or 200 area for Canada chef. Canada Japan, it's holding at the 50 nicely as well, but it's kind of been right in this little range between the 200 and 50, so probably be good to wait for a clear direction and a break of either the 50 or the 200, see which way it's going. If we can break under the 50, then we may get a retest again in this little zone. If we break it completely, then look for some stronger movement towards the take profit 1. If we can break above the 200 and retest it, then look for some target right around this area, just under the 800. Chef Japan, kind of got a small buy and sell zone kind of overlapping, so same thing with this one, just wait for some clear direction. If we can get a break above this sell zone right here, then we can go ahead and look for a target right there. If we get a break below that, then look for a target right around our take profit 1 area. Euro Australia, looks like it's making some nice steady movement up, which is good, so just look for it to kind of keep moving up. Once we can break above the 200 and retest above it, then we should get some movement up towards our take profit 1 area. Euro Canada, same thing, it's moving up nicely as well. We may get a little retest right around here, and then once we break above the 50, then we'll go ahead, retest it and hit the 200. Euro chefs also moving up nicely. If we can break above that and retest this area, then we should be able to at least hit our shorter term target and then eventually work its way up and hit the 800. Euro pound, it's also kind of in a nice little buy zone, so looking for it to just kind of maybe stay around this area for a little bit, retest probably right around here, this area here, before working its way up and probably hit the 50 at least. Euro Japan's making nice steady movement upwards, so as long as we could probably stay above this area, then let it work its way back up, probably hit the 200 later on. Euro New Zealand, same thing, it looks like the 250 area is holding this good support, so look for it to kind of hold that, maybe get a pin down towards our retest area before working its way up towards the 800. Euro dollars already nice and deep in our buy zone, so just wait for the crossover of the EMAs and everything, and then we should be able to go long with the first targets right around here. Once we break that, then eventually work its way up towards there within the next few weeks or so. Pound Australia, it's also making its way up nicely and all that. We are getting a little bit higher of a high, so looking for it to just kind of work its way up towards here. Once it breaks above this area, maybe retest and hit towards our take profit 1 area. Pound Canada is retested nicely right around the 5, making a nice little pin. So once that closes, then we should be able to get more movement up there. Once we can break above the long area, then definitely look for some movement towards our shorter term long target right there with Pound Canada. Pound Chef also moving up nicely, retested the 15 really good. If we don't break this area, then maybe we'll get a movement down and probably retest possibly the 50 or the 800 with Pound Chef. That's if we cannot break and retest above this area. Pound Japan, 200's holding as nice support and all that, but still waiting for it. It's kind of been consolidating a little bit, so we'll see if we can get some movement above this area. Then we should be able to break on up towards at least our sell zone, longer term goal right around the 800. Or if it does break below this, then we may test the 50 and work its way up. If it breaks below the 50, then down to our sell zone. So just kind of be careful with that since it is consolidating. So let it show you a clear direction for this one, really. Pound New Zealand also slowly working its way up nicely, holding above the 5 and the 13 and just breaking above the 800 now and retesting it. So if we can get a good break above our long area and retest, then we should be able to keep working its way up. Or it may just kind of get a quick pin there and then retest the 50, or it may retest it first before going up. So kind of watch that one as well, especially during the Asia session with ones like that have Japan and New Zealand or Australia in it. They tend to kind of have quick moves during the Asia time frame. So pound dollars retested right on the 50 very nicely. I do like that. So we'll see if we can get a break above the 800 and work its way up at least to there, and then if we could break that, then work its way up. If not, then it may kind of push down and retest the 200. New Zealand, Canada is working its way up slowly in a small buy zone. So this one may not move too fast unless there's something big going on with New Zealand or Canada, but just kind of looking for some small movement, probably stay between these two moving averages for the rest of this week. New Zealand Chef, same thing, pretty much range bound, so wait for a clear direction. A break above here or a break below there would be good. If we get a break, good clean break below there, then we should hit our take profit 1 area, which is kind of what I'm thinking it'll do at least before possibly reversing. New Zealand, Japan, same thing, wait for the clear break above here or below there. New Zealand dollar, it's creating a small buy zone, but still steadily working its way down, so I'm thinking it's going to break below that and probably retest this big buy zone somewhere, possibly as low as our take profit 1 area before possibly reversing. Dollar Canada kind of hit the 200 and is retesting it, see if it can stay above the 50 and break that and continue to work its way up is kind of what I'm thinking may happen. We may get a retest right around the 50 and then work its way up and eventually have a good strong break. See how like right here when it did break it and then retest it, so looking for something similar to that but on the upward movement for that. Dollar Chef, it's working its way up still. We'll see if we can get above that high and all that, which is right around the same level there. If we can break that, then it may start moving pretty quick and get above this sell zone here. If we can get above that sell zone, then looking for it to possibly hit the take profit 1 area, or if it can't break this area, then it may come all the way down and retest these moving averages right there. That's kind of what I'm thinking, is it may kind of do a quick spike up a little bit, breaking that, and then come down and retest this. In dollar Japan, had the nice crossing over of all these EMAs and all that, so maybe look for a retest, possibly as low as the 50, then come up to the 200 and slowly work its way up, probably right around this 800, the take profit 1 area right there. So that's all the main pairs. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Go ahead and like it, subscribe to our channel if you want any updates when we get more stuff loaded, and if you need any other help, go ahead and join our Facebook group so you can get a hold of us, and we all work together to try and help each other out there. So you guys have a great trading week. Thanks, guys.